Hi everybody, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Louise Gilbert, founder of Less Stress, More Success, and I'm here with James Preece. It's our UK's #1 dating and relationship expert, and we're very lucky to have him on board with Less Stress, More Success. So thank you so much, James, for taking the time to do this, be with us today.
It's a pleasure. I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. So we're gonna do a little bit of grilling now.
Grilling.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds fun. Okay.
On relationships and the struggles of relationships, because at the best of times they can be kind of difficult.
Okay.
But when you're a focused business person with big dreams, big goals, big challenges ahead, then I think it can possibly be even more complicated.
It definitely can.
Yeah. So to start off with, would you say that there are foundations for finding the right relationship?
They really are. You've got to be on the same page right from the start. You can't go scattergun trying to date everybody, get to know them all. You've got to think about what you want. What sort of person do you want? What are their values? What do they look like? How old are they? Are they willing to locate? Do they want the same goals as you?
Yeah.
If your business is your priority, then you're going to focus on the business for the time being. But think long term. The person you want to meet, do they want to settle down? Do they want to have kids? Do you want the same things? If they don't want the same things, you can waste a lot of time on the wrong relationship.
Yeah, that's it. I think you're right there, and a lot of people, they kind of try to make things work, don't they? And even when you if you separate from maybe an unhealthy and not very good relationship, you look back on it and you kind of think to yourself, why did I spend so long doing this? But
it's because people think they can fix people,
right,
and they're going to change.
Yeah.
People do change maybe 10% of the time, but most of the things built in within them, they're not going to change.
Yeah.
You can't change people. You have to be happy right from the start.
Yeah.
And nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their own faults. Even me, it's my own faults.
No!
I know my wife might tell you differently, but everyone's got their own faults. So
Yeah.
if people were perfect, it'd be a very, very boring world.
Yeah.
So I think part of being different is what makes a happy relationship anyway. You don't want to be too similar, do you?
No, that's great. That's good to know, everybody. You're allowed to be different. And also you've mentioned as well things like relocating and all that kind of thing. I think that's something that people don't always consider as even a possibility.
No. People nowadays can date somebody online, for example, who lives millions of miles away, other side of the world, and they have a long distance relationship and it works really well until the time comes when they want to get together. If they get together once a year, they might be lucky. Skype has done a wonderful job recently in bringing people together. You can talk on the video chats and get to know them, but realistically, is it ever going to happen? If you don't want to relocate, then you're stuck, aren't you, really? You're wasting a lot of time and energy. You could be focusing on someone better, someone closer to home.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, talking about this now, it does seem quite complicated. It's like it should be the easiest thing in the world, shouldn't it? You know, two people meet, fall in love, it's all beautiful, but it's kind of tricky. What do you think it is nowadays that's causing things to be not very easy for people out there?
Yeah, it's not very smooth anymore the way it used to be. Unfortunately, people are sold almost a Disney dream that life is going to be wonderful. You're going to meet your prince and princess and live happily ever after in a castle with loads of money and loads of servants.
You're saying that doesn't happen?
It doesn't happen.
No!
Unless you're marrying Prince William from way ago. It's not going to happen. Very, very rare. Because again, no one's perfect. No one's like that. But what's happened now, people work longer and longer hours. They work further from home, more remotely.
Yeah.
We don't meet people the same way we used to meet them. 50 years ago, we were introduced by family, friends, introduced at events or through work. Now, work is a very common way people meet each other nowadays. But if you work for yourself and have your own business, how are you expected to meet somebody?
Yeah.
People sit at home watching television, wondering how they're going to meet somebody, and they wish that someone would knock on the door and say, "Hello, I'm Mr. Right, Mrs. Right, what can I do?"
Yeah.
And they don't take ownership for it. And then they get misled. They say, "I can go on this dating app, I can meet somebody." They go on there and people want hookups. They don't want long-term relationships. You have to go to a paid-for service. You have to do something serious and take serious steps.
Yeah.
So it is difficult. If you want to do online dating, you want to go to a singles event, there's so much choice. Dating sites spring up every single day, dating apps. I work for many of them, I know this.
Sure.
The amount of press releases I get about dating agencies coming through. And they do this, and people are overwhelmed. Where do you start to meet somebody? What do you do? People are scared to go to bars and talk to each other nowadays as well.
Yeah.
And bars aren't as popular as they used to be. Everyone's drunk and expensive.
Yeah.
and noisy,
Yeah.
they're not conducive.
Yeah.
But people are out there in the real world every single day, going to the same places you're going to, the same events, the same coffee shops. If you start conversations with people and you're not afraid to do that, and you're open to it, the world can open up.
Okay, that's really interesting. And like you said, there's so many different ways that we can meet people. It's just that we don't always take the opportunity.
No.
And it can be difficult. Like that was one of the things that I was going to come on to. Is that how do we really balance sort of our own, let's say, almost obsession with our own kind of goals and stuff like that? And it's kind of selfish, isn't it? And to be honest, like if you're especially if you're starting out with a business or you're growing something, you know, it's not, you haven't established yourself with this routine that you can kind of fit those things in.
Yeah.
How on earth do you kind of like balance and designate?
Work-life balance.
Yeah,
Work-life basic
yeah.
balance. It is difficult, and unfortunately people come to me in their 60s and 70s who have spent all their lives on their careers and they're single. Or they didn't focus on their marriage and they didn't put the effort into it because they're working so hard on their business.
Yeah.
Businesses are important, but ultimately your own happiness. Everyone needs to have love and everyone deserves it. Do something towards both all the time. Have balance. I know for us, we've got different coaches do different things, and we all bring them together. Yeah. You have to look after yourself physically, you have to eat the right things, focus on your business, and you have to be in the right frame of mind. Yeah. You have to be happy overall. And it's not easy. It's not easy. Everyone struggles with these things. Yeah. But try and get the things in balance. Otherwise, you're like a seesaw. You're going to have your business up in the air and your relationships down there. Yeah. And the same will apply to your friendships and your business connections too. If you're not spending time building on them, they're going to sink. Yeah. So work on it all. Get someone else to jump on the other side of the seesaw. Do something about it. Yeah. And that brings it around to like said about everybody for happiness and everything. I think it's true. Sometimes the idea of finding someone is now so difficult that we've started to kind of accept that it's okay to be single. It is okay to be single. No, I was never going to say that it's not okay to be single. However, I think that sometimes things like, I don't need anyone kind of thing goes through people's minds. And then I'm of the feeling that I think, people aren't supposed to be solitary. And it's sort of part of our genetic makeup really is to kind of find a partner. I'm not saying Adam and Eve, isn't it? There you go. Biblical now. We're getting biblical. But it's not so much that person. I mean, people say things like, find your other half. I don't. That's such nonsense. I know you don't. Nonsense. Yeah. That's telling the world that you're incomplete. Yes. And you need someone else to complete you. That is the phrase, you complete me. Yeah. Why does it complete you? What's wrong with you as your own individual? Yeah. That means the other person has all the power in the relationship. Your imaginary person you haven't met yet. You're the strong one. Be true to yourself. Love yourself. Find things about yourself that you love if you haven't got anything. Try and improve yourself constantly, and then you can attract somebody. Yeah. Otherwise, why would they be interested in you in the first place? Absolutely. You've got to love yourself. It's a very, very hard thing to do because everyone has a little voice in their head saying you're not good enough, you're not tall enough, you're too tall. Yeah. All these different things, and they beat yourself up over it, and you can't let it happen. Yeah, I totally agree. I think everybody at some point has been down that road, and I've certainly been down that road. In fact, I did a little chat about it the other day, how you view yourself and how other people view you, and making changes for yourself, rather than for the rest of the world, really is the way forward with these kind of things. And like you said, once you feel a more whole and complete person, then it's easier for other people to actually be attracted and come into that as well. It really is. The other problem with this is sometimes people out there say negative things, and it dwells on you for a long, long time. Yeah. The reality is, you've got to live with yourself. Be happy. You've got to live with them. Yeah. What they think about you is their own insecurities projected onto them. Yeah. That's their problem, their issues. Yeah. Forget that. And people end up in toxic relationships sometimes with the wrong sort of people, and they stay with them just because they're used to being with that person. Are they going to change? They're not going to change. They're going to start paying you more respect, stop flirting. They're not going to do that. Yeah. Get rid of them. Get out of a relationship. It makes you unhappy. Anything in life makes you unhappy. Stop doing it. Yeah. Maybe you're smoking too much, eating too much. Stop doing it. Yeah. All you got to do, it starts with you. Make that change. Yeah. It's like Michael Jackson, isn't it? If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. So love it. Yeah. That's brilliant. So, I mean, like you said, so you're balancing your own inner happiness to then also,
be able to facilitate a happier relationship.
You are.
How easy is it to maintain a happy relationship when you've kind of you've got business? Is it even possible to kind of have running a business and being busy, entrepreneurial, all that kind of thing, and we're so tunnel visioned, and like we said earlier, it's kind of selfish. Is there a way to make it both work, or is it kind of a bit hopeless?
It's never hopeless. There is a way to make it work, and it requires effort from both of you. Lots and lots of effort and compromise and acceptance and making time for each other and never having arguments. I've been married for 6 years, together with someone for over 10 years now. And marriage is a hard thing to do. Love each other very, very much, but things get in the way. My business gets in the way, children get in the way. Yeah. Again, nothing's perfect. It's all part of the adventure, part of the journey. But you have to make time for each other, spend time on your own, have regular date nights. It's so important you do that. Because you get married in a relationship, you don't stop dating. Right. Dating carries on the rest of your life. Make date nights, schedule time for each other, mix things up. One of the reasons many people fail at relationships because they get static and they get stuck in the same old rut, doing the same old things, watching the same old box sets over and over again every year. Game of Thrones is on, let's watch that. Oh, now next one comes on. Sat on the sofa doing nothing, having the same takeaways, going to the same restaurants, walking the same paths, going to the same shops. Change it up, mix things up. Bit of spark, bit of imagination. Take turns to surprise each other. It doesn't need to be extended, it doesn't need to be all the time. But try and make time for each other because you need that human interaction. Otherwise, your business is going to fail anyway. You'll get so negative about life.
Yes.
You need to bounce off each other and have positivity.
Absolutely. So, do you think, going back to that kind of, not that we feel like we need to be completed by another person, but do you feel like there's a benefit to having the right person?
Of course, there is.
With you on this journey.
It is. It's someone that can focus on making you feel special and making them feel special. When you start to make other people feel special, you feel good about yourself because you can see the results in it. And you can support each other, deal with any problems you've got, and someone to talk to. Someone that a friend can't do. Because friends get very, very sick of this if you start the same old problem. And business partners don't want to hear about your day. They do. This is another thing. If you do work somewhere, don't go home and take your problems with you. That's people make that mistake all the time. If you work together and you're on the same business, again, have a certain time limit that you don't talk about business. People that work together as partners have huge problems sometimes because there's no cut-off point. There's no off point, you're always working. And as an entrepreneur, you're always going to be working in your head. Don't bring it out on them. Don't take these problems out on them. That
made me think, actually, because I found to myself, when I was thinking about, like, what if I went on a date? And I thought to myself, what the hell would I talk about? Like, genuinely, I was thinking, like, oh my god, I must be like, I'd either sound totally self-absorbed, probably because I am a little bit, because of the business and everything like that.
Why shouldn't you be?
Well, do you know what I mean, though? It just makes you think to yourself, well, what can I talk about that isn't my business?
Family.
Right, okay.
Childhood. Okay. Future dreams, future ambitions, places you've been on holiday.
We like
save topics. When you talk about your future dreams and ambitions and they join it with you, you can see a future together, and if it matches in synergy, you've got something to aim towards. Whatever's happening to you in the present is fine. Never dwell on your past, negative stuff. Don't talk about that. That's happened in the past. Never talk about that. Focus on positive subjects. Absolutely. Don't talk about Brexit. Don't talk about Donald Trump. Don't talk about how bad your day's been and how bad your hair is because it's been raining. Focus on happy things. Whatever you focus about in life, focus on. That's what you're going to think about. People are going to associate with you.
Yeah, very true.
And it's true. People write this maybe in online dating profiles saying, well, I can't believe I'm doing this. Or people say in real life, oh, I hate this. I hate to do this dating. What's that all about? They're going to associate you with being a negative person. Well, if it comes out of your mouth, they're going to associate you. Even the bad journey to the date. Talk about positive things. Try and twist things around, make them laugh.
That's true.
Humour's so important in relationships. Try and see the funny side of every situation.
Oh, I'm there. I'm all over that one.
Me too. it's important. Laughing is so good. It's powerful. Releases endorphins. Makes you feel really, really good. And it releases all the tensions of life. And it's good to have a partner to do that with.
Absolutely.
And part of the process of getting to know people initially, the dating process, is finding out if you can make each other laugh. That's part of it. You don't sit in a date and just stare at each other making weird sounds. Maybe you do if it's a little dodgy restaurant. But you have to open up. When you're in sync again, the same sense of humour, That's when you know you've got the right person.
Yeah, brilliant, awesome advice. I've just started thinking about all of that now, so I've almost been sidetracked from the next question. But whoops. But how, if you were going to give someone kind of tips for steps to take to find the right kind of person. So we kind of have done a nice overview at the moment, but are there actual steps that people can go out and take?
There really, really are. It starts, everyone's different. There are certain things you can do if you haven't done this before. The very first thing to do is to make a list of all the things you want in a partner. Maybe there's 20 things, and then cut them down. Cut them down to about 5. It's good to have goals, but don't be realistic. There's no point saying, I want to meet George Clooney. If George Clooney's out there, why is he going to want to date you? Think about them. What's really, really important to you? What are your deal breakers? You don't want a smoker, it's so important to you. Don't date smokers then. Have a clear idea in your head of the sort of person you want to meet. And when you meet them, you're more likely to connect with them and realise it's them. It's like going shopping. You wouldn't want to bake a cake with no ingredients. You're walking around aimlessly. You've got to get some direction.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing. And the second thing is to work on yourself. What have you got to offer? What makes you special? If you're not doing much, you've got a boring life, get out there. Learn some new skills, play some new hobbies, get some events, go down the gym if you have to. Have a spray tan, make yourself feel good. Then after that, you start the dating process. Get yourself out, maybe going to events, doing online dating, asking your friend to set you up, and throw yourself into it as much as you can. And then the last bit of advice is to enjoy the process, enjoy the adventure.
Make it fun, hey?
Make it fun. Not all dates are going to go well, but there's no such thing as a bad date because you always have a good story to tell your friends.
There you go. Great. And what about like when you're making these ideal partner lists or something like that, the deal breakers and everything? Do you think people sometimes get that wrong because they have like this vision? I think you said before about being realistic with it and everything. Do you think it should be like a half and half, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional?
It's about values so much as looks. You don't want someone that looks back end of a bus, but what if you do? If you're the front of a bus, it could be perfect, don't you? But you've got to think about what values do you want. Do you want similar dreams, similar outcomes? Do you believe the same things? Similar political views perhaps sometimes are important. You're going to be arguing the whole time. Are you active? If they're not very active and you're active, it's going to drive you mad. In your case, you want to date someone who sits on the sofa all day, do you? You never get off the backside.
No, that would. I've actually been there. Didn't like it at all.
No, you wouldn't. And someone maybe that's really, really unhealthy and you're healthy, that's someone positive. But there's no point writing a list of things that you don't want in a partner. That's negative in itself. A few little things are fine. But I made a list from my wife of 20 things I want in my ideal partner. After dating her for 6 months, I found that list, and she had 19 out of 20 of these things.
Wow.
But these are things like she spoke a foreign language, or she was a good cook, and they're small things, but they're built up. And these are things that I wanted rather than what I didn't want. It's positivity again. Always, law of attraction, you focus on things you're going to get them. If you focus, I don't want to date a smoker, I don't want to date a smoker, all you're thinking about is smokers. Back to that again, isn't it? Focus on what someone fit and healthy. Reword it that way. So you've got your list of things that you want and paint the picture. And don't be too... I had a client who wanted someone who's only 5'11". Only 5'11". People that want star signs, they only want to date a Virgo. Be realistic. Have a word with yourself.
Have a word with yourself.
Have a word with yourself. They're basing it on their ex-partner. That's what it comes down to. I found that attractive. It didn't work out. So focus on something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's my job as a coach, to make them realise that what they're thinking about may or may not be realistic, and to give them more direction.
And do you think, just pulling it back to like the business side of things as well, do you think it makes it easier? You've already said about connecting values and like if your futures are kind of aligned and that kind of thing. Do you think it makes it easier when you start dating somebody like who's also in business or also an entrepreneur, for example? Does that make it easier, or do you think it makes it harder potentially?
It completely depends on the situation. There's no right or wrong answer to that, because if you're both in business, it'll be different types of business. So you can't compare like for like. If you both say do your business as events, you're both going to be out working long hours. So it's give and take and working out what can be. If you've got mutual interest, which is business, you want to talk about things, fine. But talking too much about business isn't very sexy.
You've said that before as well. It still concerns me about my potential dating.
But you know, men are going to be intimidated by you.
Oh dear.
And it's just the right guy.
Right.
That's what's going to happen. Because you're a strong woman, empowered Barbie, I think.
We were just
I'm going to
saying.
throw that one in, empowered Barbie. Men are going to be intimidated, but the right man will not be intimidated. I get a lot of strong women come to me. Again, they're focused on their careers. And the men, they used to bossing men around to an extent. And then they wonder why it's a masculine feminine balance, really. It's not even coaching. But a lot of women are very masculine in their outlook.
Okay.
It's not you, but they've got a very masculine outlook. And they're used to bossing men around, being in control. But what they want is a man to be the alpha man, take control and make them feel special. And it's out of sync again. But the right man, for anybody, is there for you. You'll know them when you meet them.
Can be alpha without being pushy.
Yeah.
Like, without being.
Alpha isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Alpha is someone that takes control, knows what they want in life, and isn't afraid to go for it, and treats people with respect.
Yes, respect is important.
Respect is so important in your relationship. It really is, and that works both ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Well, there you go. Advice from the UK's #1 dating and relationship expert, and I feel like I've had some great tips, so I'm sure you guys have too. And very good luck out there to all you singletons in business, entrepreneurial people who are maybe lacking the partner that they want in life. There are definitely steps to do both, to find the right person and to still achieve your goals and your dreams in business. So thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.